Agency assessments, guys, is one of the best part of MHA, the strongest hero. I got a fond place for it because I play so many damn MMOs that require this kind of thing. So I'm going to talk about everything this offers, the best place to get loot, and what it's all about. All right, guys, let's get into the video. What's going on, everybody? Payneblade back here again with another My Hero Academia video. Guys, this is probably one of the best things this game has to offer, and I can't stress it enough. If you ever played MMOs like WoW or Final Fantasy or something, and you're looking for a ramp up in difficulty, look no further than the co-op mode called Agency Assessments. I'm going to talk all about this, explain to you guys how we're going to do this, and I'm actually going to do a stage for you, okay? So as you level up in this game, you're going to actually unlock yourself some of these different keys, and you're going to unlock these chests and have these target quests. Now, the way assessments work is essentially it's a dungeon. You can go solo, you can go with 2 people, you can go with 3 people, and it pits you against different stages. Now you have the choice of stages of Town Night Raid here. You've got yourself the Abandoned Chemical Plant and the Forest Training, and each one will actually drop loot based on the difficulty. Now, there's a couple things you want to look at. You're going to possess something called a key, all right? And this key, once you install it into the stage, will make the stage a lot more difficult, giving enemies certain perks, and then making you do more damage based on the required quirk that is in question this week. So for example, this week's quirks are the following: Hardening, Creation, and Pop-Off. If you have any of these units and you use them, they will do 50% more damage on that stage, all right? It's not a requirement to use them, but there's a better buff to be offered. Now, once you actually end up doing the actual stage itself and you install your key, one thing you will notice is there's assessment, what are they called? Assessment themes, all right? And the themes this week are going to be Rage, where the villain's damage will increase by 40% when their HP is below 20%. Thunder, there will be occasional thunder hitting the stage. You want to try to avoid that, obviously. Heavy armor increases boss's damage reduction rate by 40% and attack by 40%. Sorry, 20% for damage decrease and attack by 40%. And then mutated. All villains transform, increasing their movement speed and attack speed by 100% and their attack by 40%. Now, this is next week, so don't worry about that. We're going to go back here. Now, the way this works, guys, is you'll join either a team here and you have 5 high yield attempts left this round. I want to talk about that real quick. This means essentially as you go further up using your key, and you go further in the stages, you will have up to 5 times where you can yield high level gear. All right, so after the 5 you can no longer get it. Okay, if you join the team here, for example, I am currently looking for somebody to do level floor 7 and 8. You can actually go with any floor you want. So let's just say you don't want to use your key, right, and you want to find somebody who's doing a lower floor because you don't have a unit high enough. Make sure you change it here, guys. All stages you can pick whatever you like. The easiest stage, in my opinion, is the Town Night Raid and the Abandoned Chemical Plant. The Forest Training, in my opinion, is the hardest stage. So we're going to do all stages anyways. We're going to look for 7 and 8, and what you can do here, you can either join a team or you can create a team. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and create a team, guys, and we're going to show you what it's all about here. So right away you'll notice here insufficient stamina. Your hero stamina, the amount of times you can use your hero, is in the bottom right here. All right, if I put my key in here, guys, so this is a flip. Actually, before I do that, this is a flip card, which means when you get to the end of the stage and you can flip for loot, you only have 1 extra you can earn here. Okay, this round's high earnings is 5 out of 5, which means you can earn extra outside of the time limit that they give you. And there are different time limits, guys. So there's S rank, A, and then B, and then C is essentially nothing. So based on what rank you get is the amount of times you can flip the cards to get yourself loot. Now I'm going to go ahead and do this real quick. All right, I'm going to insert my permit, and you can see here that instantly puts the stage and the requirement at 12,720. It is floor 3 of stage 30 and has the drop rate of giving you level 30 gear, some enhancement mixtures, and some modification drawings. Now the quirks I already mentioned to you guys, and then this is the chest here that will be settled in 2 days and 9 hours. Whatever you end up with, that's the chest you can open up to get your rewards. All right, so right away, because I don't have enough, I'm going to go ahead and switch my character, and I'm going to go ahead and do this one here. Now, it's up to you if you want to invite people like this, like see this the person joined. I can go ahead and match up right away real quick here and see who else will join me. They're going to go ahead and use their low power characters, which is fine. And now I'm going to wait for one more. And we're going to actually go ahead and do one of these stages and see how far we get with it. So one's ready. Let's see if the other one gets ready. Perfect. We're going to try this out, and I'm going to explain to you guys how this works. So my recommendation to you is as follows. You can either go with auto, which will let you obviously fight in auto mode, but if the stage is a lot harder, you might want to switch over to manual mode depending where you are in the stage. Now this is the chemical plant, okay? So this one's going to actually end up having the sludge boss at the end. For mob purposes, this is not that bad, guys. So you can actually get away with doing this without too much of an effort. So auto is fine. What you want to do here also is make sure that based on your DPS right over here, if you're doing auto and your numbers aren't doing too well, then you may want to switch over to actually doing regular mode. All right, so let's actually go ahead and do some of these fights. So you see here, my character is the weakest out of all of them. To be honest, he's a tank, so I'm not expecting too much damage output here of my guy. But we'll see how it goes here. And you can actually see here like the info based on what's happening on this floor. You can see the progress in terms of how far you are till the boss pops up. Your HP and stuff is right here as well too, and the damage output you're doing. Keep in mind, guys, it is a three stage area where you want to make sure that you're putting as much effort into getting through this without taking too much damage. And also keep in mind, guys, when you are doing this mode, mobs do drop loot, such as right there, the health. If you're running low on health, make sure you're going to get that, all right? So I'm going to go ahead and run over until somebody grabs it. I need it more than anybody else. So be mindful of that when you're playing this. Don't just grab everything that drops. If you're playing with somebody or if there's somebody that requires it, obviously, give it over to them before taking it yourself, and that way you're being more of a considerate player, because this is all about teamwork. If you go into here just with the mindset of just taking everything loot-wise, and there's something you can keep, right? It's just to keep the progress going. It's going to ruin your chances of winning. So let's talk about a couple other things real quick while this is happening. If you look here real quick, this is the first boss, all right? There's going to be 3 bosses. This is the first, then there's the second, and then lastly there'll be the sludge, which is the third in this one. Right there, you'll see the bar that says S, card flip times 3, all right? So what you guys want to do is get through the stage before it's completely over, because as you lower the rank, chances you have to actually roll on loot. All right, so flipping cards is very important. It's kind of the whole purpose of this. If you're not getting cards to flip, then you're pretty much doing this the wrong way. Kishirama, it's all about countering. If you don't counter right, you're kind of useless. So I've been playing auto, so I haven't been doing really well. So there you go, 1 boss down. We're gonna move on to the next stage. Now, as you can see here, at level 30, it ramps up. Like the difficulty is obviously much higher now. The bosses hit way harder. The enemies have way more health. So when you're doing the stage 20 stuff, guys, it's not as bad. You can probably get pretty high up, but on the stage 30s, don't take it for granted. Like even the level 1 keys, I think, start at like 10k power. So if you're free to play, like 8k, 9k, you can still get away with it. But at the same time, don't jump in with your weakest character. Also, keep in mind, if you are doing the ones with the recommended quirks and your character is really low, it's still not worth it. Use your higher level characters, and you'll do way more damage going that route, in my opinion, than you would just using the 50% quirk. And as you can see here, we went down to A. Now there's 3 minutes left before it goes to B. And once B happens, guys, we actually end up going to 1 flip only. At the moment, I can only get level 30 purple gear. So there's the sludge boss. So this is the last boss of the stage, all right? So this one here, you don't want to necessarily auto, especially when it goes into sludge tornado. So here we go. We're gonna try to avoid this. There we go. We'll go stun. Make sure you're dodging as much as you can for this fight, guys. It's not a fun fight when you get hit. And try to do a perfect dodge if you can, so you can pull off your extra combos there. Okay, so this you want to avoid. You got to run around here. So this is why you don't want to do auto in this fight, because he has a lot of modes where he's just constantly spamming moves. So you want to make sure that you're actually available to do dodges before you end up screwing everybody else, including yourself. And also be smart. Like, I know damage is a big deal. Obviously, everybody wants to do the most amount of damage, but this is where strategy comes into play. Like, there is a time limit, but if you're just running in, just doing mindless damage, and you're getting killed, you're wasting coins for reviving and such, you're doing nobody favors. Alright, so you can see here, so sludge bomb, sludge tornado actually sucks you in, guys, so you want to make sure that if that's happening, you definitely avoid it and use your dodge. Don't always worry about doing perfect dodges, dodge away sometimes, right? I mean, remember, perfect dodge actually has a time limit where it has a cooldown, so don't always rely on it. Although it is smart, obviously, to do as much dodging as you possibly can. As you can see here, he does so much freaking damage to me. Because I am a little underpowered here. Not gonna lie. There we go, perfect dodge. So it is now that's on cooldown. I can still dodge perfectly. I just won't get the further buff there. Oh, I'm gonna die here probably. All right, guys, almost there. Come on, come on. Oh no. Oh damn. Oh damn. All right, he's almost dead. I'm gonna go ahead and actually revive here just to help out, right? So you don't want to be that guy who just sits there and mooches off of people's loot. There we go. That should kill him off. Oh no, he wants his tornado. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to kill him here. Oh shoot, did I get him? Yeah, okay, we got him. There you go. So B rank, at least I moved up once. As a free-to-play, guys, level 30 is really tough. It's not an easy thing to play, but there you have it. So now what'll happen, guys, you can see here the two revives. There is the MVP there. Doesn't affect anything in terms of card flips. I believe it's the same amount anyways. So we get one. There you go, got myself a purple gear. I could use my extra card here to flip another. I'll go ahead and do that. There we go, we got the extra one, and that's it for that. We'll go ahead and return, and I'll show you guys what the next step looks like, right? If you decide to do the next stage, you're going to insert your key again right here, and you can see here now we're on floor 4, and now on to 13k, and the only debuff here is rage. All right, now it's the same amount of required quirks and the same type of loot that drops to get the legendary loot. I think you have to go to level 10 and above, but that's pretty much it, guys. So definitely put in some work on this, join some friends. You can get carried by whales, it is possible, so you can join anybody on any server. So if you have any people that are higher up in the hierarchy of this game, you might want to ask them to give you a hand. That might be the best way to go. Alright guys, this is Payne. I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Talk soon.